So now I want to talk about Sorbo's arm, right? This arm is the best mop I've used. You know why? Because this just makes it so easy. It takes all the guesswork out of giving tools to a rookie and trying to explain to him not to keep slapping the sides and the tops because it's going to keep happening a dozen times. And you'll have to keep repeating yourself a dozen times. So this will allow them to not have to get too precise in their movements. Because when you're learning, you have to have a little bit of control. You can't just start slopping the framework up because you're mopping the window. You know what I mean? You got to have a little bit of self-control with that. With this, you don't have to have as much self-control because the stopper is there to eliminate that. Now, if you use this mop the wrong way, you can slap the top still. You should never push the water up into the frame anyway. So what this allows you to do is get all the way to the top of the frame without pushing the water in the frame, if that makes sense. And then you can actually literally use that 3 or 4 or 5 mil, depending on how you tilt this mop. If you tilt it like this, you may have a half an inch to a quarter of an inch from the top that you can play with when you're doing your straight pulls. If you tilt it on an angle, it'll give you less than a quarter inch, if that makes sense. If you get this mop and you use it, you understand what I mean. If you have to, and there's fingerprints right up here in the crease, this will never get it. This will. This will. And this won't. See the difference? It's all about learning how to use this mop. Now, I'm going to tell you another fantastic thing that no one's thought about. You see that? You will never, ever, and I mean ever, from my observation, worry about, and we've all been there, where the mop punches through, and now you got your T-bar sliding all the way through the end of the mop because you're so used to doing this. And then if you drop it off a pole, bam, what happens? It could literally punch through the other side, but not with these stoppers. It's shock absorbers. Not only did, man, Sorbo's a genius. He thought ahead for us. Not only is it going to stop you from hitting the frame, but it's also a shock absorber. It's man. It's heaven. It's heaven. This will allow this mop cover to last for many, many months, maybe even years. That's just, oh my gosh, man. You know, the littlest things that gets our panties all bunched up, man. You know? Some things just irritate us, some things just make life easier, and we just smile like, oh man, this is a godsend. I almost wish I had this mop when I was learning how to clean windows. And it's funny that it comes out now, man. I could have used this a long, long time ago. A long time ago. But all right, this is Master at Wagtail, and I got to get back to wagging. And Mamba goes mambo. Bam!